Welcome back. We've got another live kit review. So I've literally just decided at this minute I'm going to do it. So the birds have suddenly woke up. The dog's probably decided he's going to start barking in a minute. All fun and games. So what are we going to be reviewing today? Well, you probably already guessed it from the title. It's no as if on cue. That is some random person walking past the window. Yeah, you don't need to be a brain surgeon to figure out what it is. We are, of course, looking at the Revell Big Boy Locomotive. It's a bit of an odd one, really. I've never seen a train in a model form like this. Obviously, there is, because there's the whole Hornby thing. But this is not for that. So this is just a straightforward locomotive model. And I never come across one before. Angela fell in love with this and she wanted me to buy it. Or I think she bought it. I can't remember exactly. But as a result, I've got it and it needs to get built. Personally, I don't know what to think of it at the moment. I just don't know. It's, to me, it's just all going to be black. I guess it may be interesting. It may not. We don't know. Let's have a quick look round the box and get into it. So we've got obviously a picture on the front of choo-choo train, Union Pacific. It says it's 46.4 centimeters in length. Box numbers 02165, the kit number, sorry. A little bit of information on the locomotive just there if you are interested in. Come on. There we go. And that's pretty much it. Apparently, they've got some other kits, which is I didn't know, haven't seen them at all. But yeah, apparently they've got some other kits in train format. I mean, obviously Revell's got loads of kits. So let's crack open the box. I've been tidying up this morning briefly, so everything's going to be in its safe place now. So there's going to be stuff missing, guarantee it. Side opening box as is usual for Revell. I don't know how old this kit is. I think that's it. I can't imagine there's any decals, but maybe some for the front. Oh, there is. This is. Yeah, blimey, you get more decals than you get on some armour. So just straightforward. The decals are just, we did get them out of the way straight away. They look okay. Printed in Italy. That might be, yes, printed by Cartograph. Huh? There we go. So we'll have a look at the instructions. I don't know what any of these pits are going to be called, so we will just quickly zip through it and I'll make up my own names for the various bits and pieces, like I always do. So safety information, paints. Now that's surprising because I thought pretty much black. So just looking at this, we have aluminium black, matte, stone grey, olive brown, steel, metallic, anthracite, fiery red, and brass metallic. So there's a few more colours there than I was expecting. So we start, we've got a little sprue maps going on. There doesn't appear to be that many parts. They've supplied like a railway track for it to sit on as well, which is quite neat. So we start off putting the cabin at the front where they stoke the train, and that it looks like you start off there. That's maybe the boiler, and then the long bit on the front of that. Is that the boiler? I don't know. And then you're putting another bit on where the bell goes, I guess, and another bit, and lots of other bits. Wheels are going on. I know the wheels, and the rods that connect the wheels, and I don't know what we've got going on there. I don't know what that's saying. Way out of my depth when it comes to trains. More wheels and rods and bits and bobs. Yeah, same again. Do not glue. So take note of the do not glue sections. So the rods are going to be painted A, which is black. That's straightforward. Yeah, and then it's just looks like we've got all these pipes going in. I don't even know where to begin how to explain half of this. I'm just showing it to you. A railway track. I recognise the railway track. I know that. And ladders. I know ladders. I can see ladders. We're good. We're good with that. And what else? I don't know. And that's it really. Interestingly, there doesn't appear to be any oh, that's your paint guide. That's it. That little bit there. Wow. So there you go. There. That's the instructions. You know, this could end up being one of my favorite builds. You just don't know. It's wildly different to anything else I've done. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do a train build either, like this. Obviously they do them because they sell the kit. There must be some demand somewhere. So let's bring the yes, Bob the train. Mark, hi Mark, and Paul. Oh right, so Paul's actually building a train himself, Hobby Boss one. All right. So I'm not on my own. Let's pop that down there. Let's pop these off to one side a minute. This should be interesting for the camera because they're black. Only two sprues and two bodies. So let's go straight in with this one. I don't know what these pieces are, so we're gonna have to try and figure it out together. Now then, so looking at it, first things first, there doesn't appear to be a lot of flash, which is a godsend because a lot of these parts are very, very finely detailed. Especially, you know, you've got the... Oh, I've just remembered. I found some coloured boards that I used to make when I was doing photography, and I would make mounts for photos for customers. Well, I've got loads of these boards, and lo and behold, we've got a black, we've got a grey. We're going to use the grey on this to see if it helps. Fingers crossed. So there we go. So yes, brilliant. You can see the pipe work. Thankfully, that doesn't have loads of flash on it, because that would be a real problem. And then we've got just these sections. I really don't know what to call them, what the parts are or anything. I mean, the detail on that, is that meant to be coal sitting on the back of that there? Is that meant to be coal? Let me just have a look. No, sorry, that's part of the engine. I thought it was meant to be like a... Up here, it's part of the engine. I thought it was like meant to be a little coal store. Here we've got like the front top of the train. And then obviously maybe the wall to the compartment there. Maybe that's that, I don't know. Wheels, some of the wheels anyway. Some of the track rods, I guess. I really don't know. And then coming back, we've got this looks like the front of the train, and the front of the boiler, I guess, as well, because it's got these big rivets in that would these would be absolutely huge on the real thing, and they hold in a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure in there, and that's the whole thing that drives this this beast along the tracks. And then we've got the front there, and I guess on the front there we could put a little tiny man splayed out along the front with a placard round his neck, Confederate spy or whatever it was. I've seen the old westerns. You don't know, do you? So that's one of it. Don't know whether they're going to be suitable for putting in my rack, because they're very tall. And then we come over to the second sprue. We got the track on this one, so it's going to be quite long, because obviously the track joins together, and I've got to move that one out of the way because it's going to prevent me from showing you this. So nice detail work on the tracks. So it's already got its own base of sorts. And then we come over, we got some of the wheels that maybe they go at the back. That's why you can only see the, then we come along here, we've got another set, more sets of wheels. And that. And just some bits and bobs in the middle. I'm not sure what they are. There we've got the rods, the that interlink the wheels so that they turn. And then we've got these little, they like dollies, are they called? That run on the track. They look about the same width. But I'm not a train expert. So that's there, your main two sprues. Then we come on to the main bodies, if you like, and these are covered in fine detail, and it's really been done quite well. And you know, I've got to say, I think that this is going to look bloody nice when it's all together. I may have had my doubts when I started, when I first saw it, when Angela convinced me to buy it, but I think it may look quite good. Now let's see, because without the grey card, we can get a focus in. And then going towards the back. And then if we flip to the side, so starting at the front, at the back, sorry, that's where the driver would be. Nice detail on it. Are they meant to lay rivets? I don't know. Along to the front. Not going to see anything on the front because obviously them pieces are covered, and then we've got the same going on here. So a nice moulding, quite a nice size. You're looking at quite a long, thin shape to it, so it's going to sit nicely on a narrow shelf. If you've got a narrow shelf, or maybe a shelf with some DVDs on, and you've got a little bit in front of it, it will sit nicely in front of them. And I think it will be a talking point. People are going to come in, they're going to no doubt clock eyes on the train, and it's going to be like, oh, tell me about that. And you're going to be like me, you're going to say, I don't have a clue. No, you're not going to be like me, because most people that buy this are going to have a great interest. So this is the carriage behind. Now I'm guessing this is the one that would hold all the coal. Lots of raised riveting detail there. Really been done very nicely. I'm guessing we'll cover that, probably be the top cover that we saw. There's not a lot else really. The other side's the same. We just come in, turn that off or down, just whiten out a bit on the. Let's see whether the card helps with this. Yes, it does. There you can see the detail in the wheels at the bottom, or the hubs that they will go on. And the rear of the train is there, which yeah, this has got to be the quickest review I've done, I think. There we have it. That is the big boy locomotive. I'm actually going to be starting to build that straight away. So again, I may open a hangout if anyone's interested. Just send me a link and let me know. and I may open a hangout straight away for this afternoon, just for a couple of hours, and get started on this. Little bit of flash just there. That's not a big issue, but yeah, there you have it. Revell Big Boy Locomotive, 1/87th scale. Just a quick look at the chat. Was looking to do something different. Hobby Boss must have 300 parts. Yeah. 172, 135th. I have the BR52 and the Leopold rail gun. Not started yet. Looks lovely kit. Yeah, they are nice kits, them German. They are German, I'm sure they are. It's the 172. Also got the Leopold gun to go with it. The length of both got to be 4 foot long. Yeah. Well made and detailed. Yeah, it looks to be a beautiful kit. They're on about the other kits, I think, now. So, yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and see you all again soon. Unless you're going to be in the opening hangout. Bye for now.